Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One time for the one time. Yes, ma'am. Hit boy on the track. And yeah, man, we're back with the Cars franchise. Now, we've decided to redo season one of our Cardinals franchise. And there's a few reasons behind it. One of the main reasons, right? In my efforts to make my roster as realistic as possible, as you can see, we did different players, right? Instead of NIU, we used Illinois State, right? My guys from Illinois State. These are names of players that are currently attending Illinois State as of October 2023, this season, right? You see some of the veterans. Obviously, a lot of these guys are not 40 years old. We just made our veteran mentor backups. We made them 40, right? Because we want to kind of open that slot up for various guys who come into their own as mentors in the league. Hey, you're now a mentor. Because we're going to have we're going to keep the same young guys. Right, so instead of constantly trying to get new rookies on the team, like how all teams go out and try to draft new rookies, we have our young core intact. We want to go out in free agency and sign a bunch of veteran mentor guys that we can constantly be putting behind these guys. This is an every season thing. As you can see, like I said, some of these guys' heights and weights have been exaggerated, right? Like LD McCoy, the voice Deontay McCoy, he's not 270. Right, Darius Walker, a linebacker you'll see on the right side, he's not 270. Right, those guys are smaller in real life, very realistic for them to get bigger. Right, you saw Shajon Timms, right? A couple of guys' sizes have been exaggerated to fit what we're doing, but we didn't exaggerate it too much. Like our DNs are still 300 plus 300 pounds, right? And a couple of guys, are not necessarily in the right position. Rittenhouse, he's actually a quarterback, right? And everybody had to be from the state of Illinois, right? But yeah, man, just so long as you fit that rule and from the state of Illinois and roughly around the size I wanted you to be, we went on ahead and we put you on in this do-over, right? Nonetheless, right, as we know, Madden does not, as we see, I'm going to show you a few things in the season. Madden does not get all of the players on the game. Right, there are some players, I go over this a lot. It seems like I'm going over this every video, right? But there are some players from the past season, right? This past season, undrafted free agent that they're missing, right? Guys, period. Practice squad guys, international player pathway guys, as you take a look at the QB, right? A bunch of guys, it seems like Madden just misses out on putting on the game, which is lazy to me. You guys went out and demanded the exclusive rights to the players only to be lazy about getting every single player on the game. And I understand, okay, preseason, sure, right? You can't get them all, right? I get it. But the final rosters should be right, as you see Jake Anderson as a superstar depth threat, right? So in my efforts, right, that's his second depth, that's his second breakout, just to say, my running back's going to get one too. But in my effort, right, to get a realistic 2024 roster, a Madden 24 light, if you will, we put every name as of September 2023 that we saw on both the website, the team's website, and the team's Wikipedia page on the game as best as we could. And in doing so, as you see, we had Jimmy Maku, a quarterback, who we put at tight end. We replaced him with Daniel Sopkowitz, right? They came in at the same time last year. Sopkowitz played, Maku redshirted. We decided to put Sopkowitz in there, right? Regardless, right? So, yeah, that's just something I wanted to show you. But yeah, in my efforts to get it right, obviously, the NFL has way more players on each team than each team really, can have on Madden. Clearly, Madden did not fix the practice squad situation, right? As we get ready to take a look at the stats. And I'm going to talk over it because I want you to see this, but I want to make my point, right? There are tons of players on active rosters right now. On Madden, you can only have 12 players on practice squads. In the NFL, you can do 16. Right? So essentially, you would have way too many players in order to play franchise mode on Madden than what you'd see in the real games, right? As we look at Shajon Timms, the guy who's clearly established himself on this team, right? So we had to make roster cuts. And with that being said, we decided, look, we're going to keep all the rookies. And a lot of the guys, as you see, Ishawn Stewart getting over 500 yards, balling out. A lot of the guys that are on the rosters that are essentially older, like 30 plus, that aren't superstar. We're just gonna cut them. We just cut a lot of guys, and we're not doing practice squads. We're gonna, cause it's no point, right? At some point on this game, you can't be on a practice squad once you get past a certain level of experience. So we said, forget it. Sopkins, leading receivers in all receiving yards, 800 plus, and he had over 400 or 300 yards, so 1,000 yards all purpose for him, right? That's what's up, right? But yeah, man, we're just gonna get every roster down to 53 players, right? We're still gonna keep guys like Rodgers, right? He wants to play 5 more. We're going to keep him, right? But a lot of the older guys, we're just going to let him retire. We're just going to let him retire and start cutting older players. Make sure to keep the rookies as we take a look at our defense. You guys know we bought it. That's your season. I'm not going to show you the season. I'm going to show you the playoffs, right? The playoffs, yes, we would go 11-6. We had a surprising win against the Dallas Cowboys. We won our division, obviously, right? And we had a surprising simulation win versus the Dallas Cowboys. Something I did not expect, but we did. But yeah, man, we had to we wanted to try to do short lists with the rosters, right? Like cut guys, and we did make short lists because, you know, like I said, as guys retire, we might need to replace guys, but no rookies outside of the rookies that came in this season. No rookies. Again, short list so we can get other guys on the team. And then eventually we'll start letting rookies come in and start playing in the franchise. But we got it down to 53 players, no practice squads. Try to keep these rosters intact for as long as possible. Eventually we'll start letting rookies come in. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, as we take a look at Dak Prescott running the league at the quarterback, he had tops in every category as a QB. It's crazy to think we beat them, right? And I was thinking maybe we should not retire any of the older guys. But then that's when I realized, yeah, but see, that's just the thing, right? We gotta let guys retire as Timms leads the league in all rushing attempts. It was more running back by committee, right? But no matter, right? We still had the most rushing attempts, right? But I wanted to say, hey, let's keep guys. Let's just keep all the great players. It's like, no. Right, that's kind of the whole thing. It's like we gotta let these young guys, these young rookies, eventually develop into their own. As Cooper Kupp has the Cooper Kupp year. Very typical stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Right, very typical stuff here on the statistics. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Another reason why, obviously, the players. I wanted to get some real names. I wanted to fix the rosters up so that they could be built to last, starting with the rookies being there and then older guys basically being the first ones to get cut and guys retiring, sort of forcing guys into retirement in so many ways, right? I hate doing it, but it probably makes the most sense. Another reason why is because I did not like the way we did the Houston Oilers uniforms. They were not true to form. If you're gonna bring them back, you gotta make sure that you bring back the classic Houston Oiler unis. So that's gonna make a more interesting rivalry in the AFC South. Oilers, Titans, and I just had to redo it. I had to redo it. That honestly was the main reason. I know it's a crazy little cosmetic thing, right? But it's one of me. I see Lamar Jackson rush for 1,000 yards. I thought that was very interesting, right? Lamar, and not only Lamar, but J.K. Dobbins, who's 2 names down below him as I scroll down to him now, also rushed for 1,000 yards. So I know a lot of people say that it doesn't happen, but it does. Apparently it does. And I had nothing to do with that. It happened, so there you go, right? But yeah, man, moving on to the awards. Erickson, right? He actually, it was Anderson, the guy underneath him who had the 2 breakouts and ended up getting the superstar depth chart. But Erickson wins MVP because he beat Anderson out for sacks, right? Those are real name players at Illinois State. I believe Erickson and Andrew, I think they're both freshmen, right? Which I felt like it didn't matter because these guys are all 20 years old anyway. So it's probably best that we get a bunch of freshman player names so that it makes sense, right? Because if you go getting seniors, like how I was going to do Northern Illinois, and I would have put Rocky Lombardi on here. You can't put Rocky Lombardi on a team and say he's 20 years old. He's like 25. You can't say he's 20. It would be unrealistic. So it probably would have been best to get freshmen or true sophomores, right? You feel me? But yeah, man. But yeah, I had to fix the Oilers uniforms. The way that they were looking, and I had them in the last, it wasn't right. So I went all the way back. To do what I did here, And, you know, I'm proud of it, right? As Jake Anderson wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, Shajon Timms, right? Our running back. That's our starting running back. He wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, so he gets the dev trait. And if you saw earlier, he had a breakout earlier in the season. So he had a star dev trade. Winning Offensive Rookie of the Year will win him a superstar, get him a superstar dev trade. I believe it was Erickson won Defensive Rookie of the Year, right? You guys know I cut all the rookies, so only my rookies will show up in the NFC. And yeah, it's just the easy dev trade. It's an easy dev trade. It makes perfect sense in my opinion, right? Anderson won best liner. So Erickson wins MVP, but Anderson wins best linebacker, and then LD, LaVoice Deontay McCoy. Again, real names, right? Not his real size. He's not 6'2", 270. He's listed like 6'1", 235. But it's highly realistic that he gains that much weight. It's possible, right? Shajon Timms is like 5'10", 225. We got him at 5'11", 245. It's realistic, right? It's possible, right? Playoffs, right? As I said, we went 11-6 on the season, right? And we're gonna play it cool. Getting ready to take on the Vikes in the wild card, right? We would be the second seed going into the playoffs, right? Not gonna talk too crazy. We just want to get a W, man. But as I kept saying, right? Like I said, like right here, Jaren Hall is the starter, not Cousins. I know Cousins is probably gonna play for a while, but we sitting him down. We need space to we gotta condense these rosters a little bit. It's a ton of players. We gotta condense it. No injuries in the preseason. We're gonna make it work, right? I'm showing you the player tree. The personnel tree has been fleshed out. Time to get the head coach's tree fleshed out. We're gonna start on this side because this is the side where you can get the quarterback. Get the quarterback XP increases, right? That's the side we want to work from, right? Wild card. Cards, Vikes, right? Here in I redid the stadium because in the last one it was an outdoor stadium. Here we have an indoor stadium, right? Because I wanted to have an indoor stadium. It's hot, I know it's crazy, but it's cold in Chicago. It's cold right now. 30-16. Jaren Hall from BYU gets sacked, gets hit as he throws, bring up fourth down. Cards, first and goal from the 3. Hand it off to Timms. Touchdown for the big guy, right? Just plowing through. 3rd and 6. Vikings at the 41. Hall drops back, throws, incomplete. 4th down coming up. They're going to kick a field goal from the 41. No good. Wide left. I mean, I thought he had a chance, but no, not that time. Hand off to Timms at the 2. Touchdown. Davenport for the Vikes is injured. Hopefully he's okay. 2nd down and 16, throws, caught. One problem. Thrown to Erickson. He plays for the Cards. We get it at the 15-yard line. Flex on him, Erickson. But flex on him, Erickson. While we flex on him, I'm going to show you why. Timms, our superstar running back, playing fullback, gets it into the end zone. 21-0, Vikes, 3rd and 18, fumble. Anderson, no, he does not get it. Instead, they allow Hall to pick it. That was some janky stuff right there. No matter, we would simulate the remainder of the game and then get a late touchdown to seal the deal. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Final was 35-25. Joe with a very pedestrian, very economical season-end performances for him, right? We got the ball out of Joe's hands, right? As you saw, right? Timms had 100 yards, right? You only get a superstar or a running back that plays that well if we stop asking our quarterback to throw the ball so doggone much, right? Because that's the whole point. And then obviously our tight end, the quarterback's best friend, Sakowitz, he's really a receiver in real life. He's like 6'3", 200. We got him listed as 6'1", 225 because we really wanted our tight ends to be sort of like fullbacks here. The assistant GM is talking to his boss. That's right. Y'all know how it is. Job is the president of football operations. He's the big daddy boss hoss, your honor up in here, right? But yeah, we really wanted a running back by committee situation. A good problem to have as we take on the Lions here in the divisional round, right? And we're probably going to get rid of Goff, right? We want to see Hendon Hooker do his thing here in D-Town, right? But it's really a good problem to have running back by committee as we get ready for the divisional round. Lions, Cards, 3rd and 16 for Detroit at the 19-yard line. Jared Goff finds a man to the right side. Spin move, but he's stopped 3 yards shy of the first down marker. 3rd and very long for the Lions at the 17. Hand off to David Montgomery, and he proceeds to take not one but 2 people for a ride. However, it gets him nothing. Zwigenbriller's like, get off the field. And then we throw a touchdown. Job Sasako, fantastic. Go on ahead and tack on the PAT, Mr. Wagner. 3rd and 21, throws to the right side. Caught by Shane Zylstra, who tries to stretch for the first, but he's unable to do so. 4th and inch, now 2nd and goal at the 1. Hand off to Timms, touchdown, right? I mean, and like I said, we wanted running back by committee. We got guys with speed. We also got guys with power. Timms is able to separate himself, if you will, and we're going to have to just respect that, right? 4th down and 1. 3rd down, no good. 2nd and 10, throws, picked off. Erickson at the right place at the right. Look at the lineman, moving all slow as the guy behind him is so fat, could have gotten a block in the back. No matter. 3rd and 16, 21-0. You run the ball on this defense again. My boy Deontay McCoy is like, let me get that. Let me get that. 4th and 1, we want to get that last time out as we had proceeded to simulate the rest of the game. We got the first down. That's all we needed. Tack on a late cheap field goal because I'm one of those. And that'll do it for the game. And look at Dan King. Like, yeah, right. We beat him. We beat him. And yeah, man, we just rolling through the playoffs, rolling through the season. Job, again, right? Another one of those economical games. Right? We got to get the ball out of our quarterback's hands. With all these guys, the 3 tight ends who are basically fullbacks, right? I know Vern Eisel and Sakowitz are receivers, right? But, you know, Josh Robinson is a running back. Right? We basically have fullbacks playing tight end, and we're going to reiterate that by getting them involved in the ground game as much as possible. The run game is our bread and butter, ladies and gentlemen. We are not throwing the ball like that, right? Even when Job does become that guy, we're not going to be throwing the ball like that, right? We have tons of speed at tight end, and we got size at running back and another speedster at running back as we get ready to take on the Eagles, right? In the conference championship game. We got to run the ball. Conference championship game. Here we are. Cards, Eagles, a matchup of the birds. Hurts to the left side. He finds Devontae Smith, who gets leveled by Jack Nicholson. 3rd and inches for the Cards at the 7-yard line. Hand off to Timms. Plows forward for the first down. 2nd and goal at the 1. And hey, Blake. Is it Blakemore the last play? Blakemore this play? Hey, who cares, right? 2nd down at 10, and it's a fumble. But this man, DeAndre Swift, picks it up, breaks a tackle, and then proceeds to take a safety, Schmidt, for a ride. No matter. 2nd and 8, Eagles hand it off to him. This time he gets a first down after hurdling a man. 3rd and goal, we back them up a little bit from the 3. Hurts to the right side. Albert Al okay. Okay, Al. 4th and 1, we get it because we tough like we built for tough like that. 3rd down and 1, hand it off to Timms and watch them just take. I mean, my goodness, move, trick, get out the way. 3rd and 20. Hurts. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It hurts, doesn't it? Right? We're gonna go ahead and let the defense. Yeah, we would throw a pick to Avonte Maddox for 60 yards. Setting him up for 3rd and goal at the 7. Hurts. Get set. Bring out the kick team. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Down by 4. 5-yard catch to Ishawn Stewart, who actually is a wideout, but we put him in running back, right? 8-yard catch to Eddie Casper. It's weird because they got a Casper on Illinois State and they got a Casper on NIU. So it's like it's meant to be, right? Right? Trajan handling business. We got some good passes. And at this point, I was like, are y'all playing around? We got to get a score here. Towards the end of the 2nd quarter, we don't go for it on 4th down. We kick the field goal and go up by 7. Now in the 3rd quarter, 3rd and 20. Hurts in the gun. Throws to the right side. He finds DeAndre Swift, who will spin. I I just don't like how they make me move like that. It's crazy the animation they gave me. Whatever. 3rd down and 10 from the gun. Goes to the right side. A.J. Brown just shy of the 1st down marker. 4th and inches. Eagles go for it. No tush push. Probably should have thought about that, right? Anderson doesn't go for the pick, whatever. 3rd and 6, handoff to Ishan from the goal line set. And if we, I swear I thought that was a touchdown. No matter. 2nd and goal. Tim says, let me finish, right? 3rd and 16. They're calling an audible. We put Dwyer right on top of A.J. Brown because we know they want to look for that. They try to get it. Instead, it was probably trying to go to Devontae Smith further downfield. Got hit as he threw. So it was to AJ, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2nd down and 14 now. Eagles with the ball back. Cards pick. How there is not a pick 6 is beyond me. Look at the animation they gave me. I don't understand. Like, he should have been gone. Y'all know he got that speed, right? Look at that. Passing the ball pretty much at the goal line. I'm not having it. Let me take control. I shine. The little guy. Plowing for a touchdown. 3rd down and long, up by 21. We missed the sack, but DeAndre Swift makes the catch and we hit stick him before he can get the first. 4th and 7. They gotta go for it. We hit him as he throws. Eagles get off the field. We will proceed to win that game, ladies and gentlemen. We will win that game, and yeah, man, we win the conference championship. Here we are, balling. I mean, like I said, I really wanted one of my tight ends to be that guy, right? Someone who could rush for 1,000 yards, receive for 1,000 yards, sort of like a tight end, quarterback's best friend, but really a fullback, can help out in the run games. We'll take a look at the Pro Bowl. Right, the AFC Pro Bowl quarterbacks, much better than the NFC Pro Bowl quarterbacks. But I really wanted a tight end, quarterback's best friend / Aaron Jones / LT / Derrick Henry type guy. It's the Errol Campbell kind of guy. You know, Ironhead Hayward. Big body, but can also run. Not too big, like 220. Right, your world all-purpose back, that Marshall Faulk, right? That guy that can catch well out the backfield, as well as go out and run routes, as well as rush for it. I really wanted that type of a player to get the superstar X factor on the offense, and maybe I can try and develop Trajan Timms into that. That's not really who he is, though, right? He's in real life. He's a beefy running back, right? He's a power running back. So I'm gonna have to, and I mean, it might as well be that way. Like, we run the ball a lot. Maybe as we develop our QB, we can develop him into that sort of a receiver, right? As Jake Anderson has a superstar X factor. And he's up to a 92 overall. We saw him at a 53. Came in at a 53 overall. He's up to actually a 90 overall with a superstar X factor, 90 pass coverage. We're just going to max out that pass coverage and then proceed to put him on the D-line because he has a ton of strength. That's his X factor, zone hawk, the out of my way ability, as well as the reach elite. Those are some fantastic abilities to have for a guy who's mostly pass coverage, right? Ivan Erickson now has a superstar ability. Right, you saw that what's his face was a captain already. Anderson was a captain, right? We want to make Ivan Erickson a captain, right? I'm gonna show you that in a second. But we're just looking at his skill set, right? In real life, I believe this guy's like 280. Doesn't matter, right? 270, 6'5", things like 6'6". We give him strip specialist so he can start getting more fumbles, right? That's what we want to do, right? And then here it is, right? Yeah, we would proceed to make this young man a captain. We want those 4 linebackers, like I said, all of them to be captains, our QB captain. And then here's our offensive guy, our offensive weapon. The main guy will probably have to transition him, right, into more of a tight end. I kind of don't want to, right? Giving them speed and all, it's like, why? But then again, why not, right? Put him at tight end and make him a speedster and use him in that sort of a way. Get him 1,000 yards receiving and rushing. His overall is low, so he can't get no abilities with that superstar. No matter, right? He's still our guy, right? Playoffs. We in the Super Bowl going up against the Titans. Funny how that works. Right? We have a power running back. We got to go up against the Titans, right? We bring the Oilers back. right? So I know the Titans, they're probably a little mad that the Oilers are back. They had to vacate their history to the Houston Oilers, right? They couldn't keep it, right? They beat the Chiefs in the conference championship game, right? The Chiefs were number one, the Giants were number one, the Eagles beat the Giants. That is crazy, right? The Giants were the number one seed, right? I guess if you got a good running back, you got a good team, right? Right. Talking to the media, right? Come on now. Come on. It's just the beginning, baby. It's just the beginning. This is the one. I had a lot of fun making this franchise. I had a lot of fun playing against. So I'm gonna stick with this, right? Whatever mistakes we made, right? Could have kept a lot of guys from the time. And I was like, no, get guys out of the league. Let's use these young rookie players, right? As you saw, Jaron Hall was playing, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's get these young guys involved. Crazy to think that the Vikings are a playoff team with a different quarterback outside of Cousins. Is that the answer? Is it the answer, right? Will Levis was the quarterback, not Tannehill. So look at that, right? They put Levis at QB and they get to the Super. I mean, maybe not in real life, that might not be the answer. But then again, it could be, right? That's the guy we got to focus on. Right, him and him, Jeffrey Simmons, right? The defensive end, 300 pounds. I mean, we're pretty much like a carbon copy version of this team, sort of. At least that's what the game thinks. As we flesh out the coaching tree, right? Super Bowl, Cards, Titans, looking to get that bowl back in Tennessee. Have they ever won one? They went to one. They were short, like on that play, thrown short. 1st and 10. Drive is looking good. 27-yard pass. Incompletion. 2nd down. 14-yard pass to Brad Vern Eisel. Sacked by Zaven Collins, the former Cardinals. A little mad. No worries. Throw to Christian Cahia. Fumble. What a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 20 and we would sack Levis. No worries. Cody Zugenbuehler. I hope I said his name right. Big man with football in the end zone, touchdown. 3rd down, 13 for the Titans. And just look at Anderson. Like, get out of the way. And then we would throw a touchdown. Get out the way, Derrick Henry. That's how it's done, right? 14-0, we're up on the Titans. Throw to the right side. D-Hop. Just crazy. He mad that we got rid of him. He mad at us, right? And then the 3rd down, no, 4th down, right? Get off the field, bring the kick team out, get your 11-point lead. It's pop. 3-14 is pop, right? We would throw a 53-yard interception to Sean Murphy Bunting. We couldn't get to the quarterback in time. They find D-Hop, touchdown. We throw another pick. And they have fantastic field position yet again and a handoff to D-Hop. Like, why you cut me? We could have had some special if y'all didn't leave Arizona and get rid of Kyler Murray. They throw a screen pass to Derrick Henry and we just barely get him down to 1 knee. 4th and 1. They kicked from the logo with Cade. Get off the field. Y'all crazy, bro. 3rd down and 14. Get sacked, Will Levis. Bring that boy Cade York out again. 4th and 20, kick is up, and the kick is good, and yeah, man, it's looking a little dismal and abysmal right now. It's looking bad. We're down a touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Excuse me. We're up by 1 in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down at 18. Hit as he throws. Get off the field. 1st and 10 for the Cards. Hand off to Sopkowitz, the tight end who led the team in receiving yards, right? Tight ends are all over the field on all sorts of formations. Don't worry about them. It's not about them. It's about him. Touchdown, 28-20. Thump. And the ball rolls to Erickson as he's down on the ground, so he can't get up and rush it in for a touchdown. No worries, right? Give it to Vern Eisel. He'll get stopped. But put in the middle of the field, Ian Wagner, who went to high school in Illinois. He was born in Arizona. Don't matter. It counts. Technicality. Throw? No, sir. Right? 4th down. 3rd and 21 for the Titans at the 9-yard. Y'all need to tighten up, as y'all say in Tennessee, right? 2nd down and 10 incompletion. We get a completion to Casper. 5 yards. 3rd and 5. Kevin Byard. Flag. 2nd down now as we throw an incomplete pass. Vern Eisel, catch the ball. No worries. 15-yard pass to Sopquist, we say forget it, we're going to come out there and we're going to handle it, right? Hand off to Vern Eisel. And we're in the end zone, 38 points. Dylan Gearhart with the pick. We will proceed to simulate the rest of the game, and yeah. Yeah, man, we did it. We do it again. Seriously. That's just the problem with Madden. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. This game was tough, okay? They almost beat us. This game was in some way, shape, or form scripted. Madden did not want to see us win this game. We were not going to have it. It was a couple of situations where we had to go for it on fourth down. We had to really work in order to stay in this game, right? Mike Vrabel, one of the great Patriots, right? Ivan Erickson, league MVP, Super Bowl MVP. That crazy, right? And we all thought Anderson was that guy, Mr. Anderson. No, it was Eric, Mr. Eric. Yeah, that's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Your Super Bowl champions. Cards move to Chicago. Get my dude a Super Bowl ring. And yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing, right? Father, son, Super Bowl champions. The Cards, baby, LaVoice, and all these guys. The Illinois State. The Bird Gang. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it feels good, man. But as I said, right, I'm kind of glad that we have a running back who, I'm just glad to have a superstar on offense, right? We know who our guy is. Again, we probably might have to transition him. Might even list him at like 6 feet tall. Maybe let him gain some weight. 6 feet, 250-ish. Put some speed on him. And ask him to play, put him in various positions, right? Trade him for Josh Robinson, right? Make Josh Robinson more the power back variety and ask Trajan Timms to be your all-purpose guy, right? Do everything for us, play some tight end, play some full. I do want to move him to fullback specifically, right? I want him to be a fullback, and I want him to be, like I said, I want to see him receive for a ton of yards. I want to see him do both, receive and run. But we might have to, again, stick to the run game specifically until our quarterback develops. As we talk to our veteran, Ryan Griffin, who we have listed as a linebacker, right? Hey, man, this was a big win for these guys that are 40 years old, right? The guys that we have listed as 40-year-olds, right? Super Bowl win to their resume. Some of them may have one, some of them may not have one. No matter, right? Retirements. All our guys retired. All our guys have retired except for one. There was one guy on our team who didn't retire. As you see, Cousins and Tannehill gone. Geno Smith, we made him 40 years old. He's gone. Like I said, we wanted a lot of guys in the league to retire. So we didn't make every guy 40 years old, but we made guys who we thought should retire 40 years old. Now, 40-year-old play, it's not necessarily a death sentence. Right? It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to retire, but in most cases it does. As you see, a lot of guys, basically our entire veteran core has decided to retire. There's only one holdover. That's Sammy Watkins, strong safety. He decides to stay, right? And that's fine, right? That's fine with me. I'm happy with that, right? We would like to see him stay in the NFL for as long as he can. If you stay past 40 years old on this game, in my opinion, you will go. You will go, right? And maybe that's not necessarily true, right? It's not easy to do that. It's not easy to see that, right? But yeah, man, those are the retirements, and this is the roster after one season, right? Big Jake Anderson's a captain, right? And your boy Jobster, right? He is now the better quarterback, better than we got Brett Huntley, right? He's now the better quarterback without having to drop our guy down a ton, back up down a ton. That's what's up, right? Our running back room, right? That's what that looks like, right? Like I said, we don't really need a fullback because everybody essentially is a fullback, right? As we decide to sign the big homie Byron Jones, who nobody still has picked up in free agency. He's a quality corner. I don't know why he's sitting in the free agent pool, why nobody won't sign him. I don't know. Maybe he got some issues or something I don't know about, right? Well, whatever. Beats me, right? Malcolm Brown, right? A mentor backup, right? D Ford, guy from our Bears franchise, we brought him in, right? Play left guard, right? I know he's not left, but y'all know what I'm doing, right? Out of position backup mentors. We'll use you, right? We'll use you in one way or form, really on special teams, right? As we get Bernardrick McKinney, right? And like I said, we're gonna make them all 40. We want to open up the opportunity to a bunch of veteran guys to come in and play for our team. We don't want to have it to where we got the same veteran. We want to. This mentors want it. Mentors, well, we like the Miami Heat that one season when they had LeBron and Ray Allen. They bought all those veteran guys. Talk about some sacrifice some coin for some championship going. We're not gonna make them sacrifice coin. They're all gonna get paid. They're gonna get like I'm gonna say $5 million. Jeff Swain, right? He was a Cardinals player. He's a current Cardinals player. We brought him back. We cut him initially. Went on ahead and brought him back because now he has the mentor tag, and that's what's up, right? A couple of mentors here, right? But yeah, man, we're gonna be like the Miami Heat back in 2013. Sammy Watkins, of course, the one holdover who's now 41 playing for the squad. You love to see it. You love to see it. I love to see it. And yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this season, right? I'm excited. Team has drastically improved over the course of 1 year. It's a fantastic situation. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Get at me and function with your boy.